Hi, everyone. It's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So I had it all mixed up, all my desktops and everything else, but welcome. If this is one of your first times that you've joined me, especially on YouTube, make sure that you have subscribed. And also, if you are through Facebook, just make sure that you've given StreamYard permission, and then that way I know who's joined me. So hello, Betty. How are you? So welcome to Monday. Monday takes place of my regular Tuesday night online class. I have decided that with all the other lives that I do, I really I need to do this, and then that way I'm showing more people. In any event, we are going to be playing with, and I'm just going to jump on down there because sometimes I forget to go there. We are going to be playing with this textured Chic specialty designer series paper and parts of the Seasons of Chic bundle. Now, remember, when you buy a bundle, you save 10%. I love this paper, but the thing that I like the most about this paper is it's pretty on both sides. And you know what? Sometimes what we want to do is we want to get something that shows off both sides of the paper, right? So I have a very simple card, very, very simple card, and you can dress it up as much as you want. And I'll show you a couple of other ideas along the way of what you could do with it. But honestly, what a great card to show off both sides of the designer series paper. Now I have my trimmer, and you're going to need the trimmer for this particular one. And I always take my scoring blade out because it tends to fall out, and I get so annoyed when it does fall out. So in any event, I'm going to show you some of this. See how that just fell out of there? And then what happens when this falls out, because it's got metal in it, my dog is attracted. I swear she has a magnet in her. But she will find a paper clip. She will find whatever, and she will find it and basically take it and hide it on me. Even when it comes to foil types of foil ribbons and that sort of stuff, she just goes nuts over it. All right, so this is the one I picked today that we're going to use, and this one happens to be 5 1/4 inches by 12 inches. And see the beautiful part on the other side, and that's what makes this paper so pretty, is the fact that it's beautiful on both sides. All right, so we've got our 5 1/4 inch piece of designer series paper. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to score it at 4 inches. So just go down and score that. I got that where it's going to score. Yeah. So we're going to score it at 4 inches. And then, hello, Dolores. And then we're going to turn around and we're going to score it at 8 inches. Now, this particular one, I was going to make it into a gift card holder. And then I thought, nah, you know what? I'll just leave that for now. Gift card holders come more in the beginning of December, right? All right, so I've got this beautiful paper. I'm going to go in and I'm going to score it. Fold it. I'm going to move this paper. We're just going to fold it. So, and fold it here. Just like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut from this corner down to this score line right there. So let me just want to make sure that that's folded right there. All right, so like I say, we're going to take our trimmer back in, and we're going to cut from this, whoops, I got to make sure, cut from this corner here down to this corner right here. So it's just going to go like that. And then we're just going to cut there. And of course, we could save this. I don't know. We could do something with it. We'll find something to do with it. And then this is going to fold like this and then like this. And see how that shows off that paper. And then I've got a bunch of other stuff in here. This piece here is going to go in here, and we can decorate that, and it can go like this. Now you could use this as a gift card holder. It would work really, really nice that way. But honestly, I'm not going to go ahead and do it that way. Now, what I might have wanted to do was cut this down just a bit more. This happens to be 3 3/4 by 5, but I'm going to put tear and tape right up along that edge. So I'm going to actually bring this down to 4 3/4. And then that way I can use the tear and tape on this side here. So I'm just going to come in and use my tear and tape. You know, I'm going to kind of have it off the edge here. I'll show you what I've done here. Whoops. I wondered if that, because I didn't have the, here, I'll just bring this in and I'll show you what I'm doing with the silicone mat. So I've got it where it's off here because I just want a thin little edge there. So what I'm going to do is let's go in and just trim this part off here. Just like that. And we're just going to take this off. And I'm just going to fold this back onto itself. And we want to make sure that that tip there is folded back. So you're just folding it back onto itself, and you can see it's right even. You can't see that extra bit there. We're just going to fold that up, or put that up like that, and then that's given us a pocket right there. And like I say, at this point now, I could put this in there, and it works really good with you cutting it down. So this is 3 3/4 by 4 3/4, and then this is going to go like this. Now, really, it's not very exciting at this point, but what you also want to do is, this is a piece that is 4 1/4 inches, and I'm just going to double check that, by 5 1/2 inches, because this is 4 inches by 5 1/4, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to layer this onto this piece here so that it gives us the full size of the card. Now, I guess, well, I could have done it in gold, but I find the gold, it doesn't have, it's white on the back, and I don't really like that look. Right, so that's just going to go onto that piece, just like that. Ah, perfect. So like I say, that's going in like that, like so. And now what we want to do is we want to decorate the front of this card. So I thought, and I know I've been showing this a lot, I thought the framed florets, these are going to be a must-have. If you don't go with the stamp set, which itself is gorgeous in itself, but it's the ovals that I love in here. And I'll show you what I had done was I had actually cut, if I'm going to cut an oval out, I'm going to cut the outside frame, and I can use these frames for lots of different things. But I just actually wanted the oval to go onto this card. So this part I'm going to save. I also did one in the petal pink because this is the petal pink, and I thought, oh, maybe I want to do the petal pink on here. And I could do petal pink on the front. But what I was thinking was I wanted to make this kind of a rich looking card. So it's going with that. I could leave this on here as well, but I'm thinking that that's just a little bit too much. And I have somebody at my door, and I have no idea who's at my door. Okay, so then on here, we could go ahead and we could do a bunch of stamping. We could do a bunch of different things. I cut this one out because I love that textured thing there, but I'm not going to be using it. So I thought I'd make this into a thanks card. This is gold, so I'm going to have to emboss it. And I apologize again, but I keep saying this embossing. Once you've got that technique of embossing down, you've got it. You can use it forever. And like I say, embossing takes a bit of practice. It's like coloring. It takes a bit of class practice to do it so that you don't overcook it. However, like I say, once you've got it, you've got it. So I'm just going to come in with my gold embossing powder and my piece of cardstock. Just going to get that just like that. And now we're just going to heat set that. Now I'm not going to do a lot of embossing on this card. There's a lot of gold on this card to begin with, but what a rich card, right? But I thought a nice bold thanks would be really nice. Just moving the cardstock. Here we go. And I went ahead and I went and cut a bunch of these out. So I've got gold ones, I've got petal pink, I've got these gold things that the outlines of the flowers. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to get some glue on here. We're going to let that just set so that it doesn't ooze out. It'll kind of set in itself. I think, like I say, I think this would be a great card for a gift card holder, or you could slip a gift card in there, that's for sure. I want to let that set for just a bit too. All right. So my thought process is that I can go, and I think what I'll do is I'll put them together onto this side. So let's see. I think I could have just a plain one down there. Let's see, it's going to go like that. We're going to go ahead and put this onto here. Now, probably the hardest part about this is figuring out which way that it goes onto this flower. But wow, got that lucky putting that one on. So see how that just goes on there, just like that. And now we'll do the other one. Oops. There we go. So I just want to get that down along the edge. So I thought this could go on here like this. We'll pop that up. And I've got one of these. I thought that could even just go on there like that. Or I could do it with the gold behind. No, the gold is already on there. And then we'll just put that on there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add parts of this. I could, no, I'm not going to put dimensionals on this part. Then I'm going to go ahead and put some dimensionals on this. Got glue all over my fingers. Let's just put this one on with a dimensional. This here. Like that. Now see, this is going to go on here. That could have come out a little bit. Now there's a bit of glue on there, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and just stick this gold on there. See how that's just going to come off. Now I want this raised up. Now my other thing is when it comes to these words, I'm going to actually fussy cut these words out. Oh, good morning, Norma, and good morning, Dorothy. Yeah, gold and petal pink are just gorgeous together. I find this a very rich sweet. Now, the unfortunate part, this gold, this is the distress gold, is not available until November the 4th. But the beauty of it is it's not in the J to J mini cat or J to D mini catalog. It's in the annual catalog, so it's there to stay for a bit more. So this is going to go like this, is what my thought is. Like so. But I also thought that this gold ribbon would be so pretty on it. But I had gone ahead and I had cut this ribbon in half for another project. So what I thought I'd do is, if I didn't have so much, it is rich looking, yeah. So I'm going to tie a double bow is what I'm doing. And this is a little difficult just because my fingers have so much glue on them. So just going to come like this. And this is going to fray a little bit, and that's okay because I want it to fray a bit. This is that piece that I looped. So it's a double bow. We're going to do it tight. And I want to bring this, oh gee, like I say, this glue on my fingers is amazing. It's, ugh. So I want to bring this out. This. So it looks like a double bow, right? And let's fray this up a bit. So the easiest way to actually fray this is to just take my take your pick tool. And let's just do this. And we'll do this one as well. There we go. All right, so this is going to go on to here. We're going to get this. I might even put this behind. I don't know. Let's see. Is it going to look kind of good behind? I'm not sure. Or just up at the top, or let's see what that looks like. Be great if it didn't stick to me. All right, so we're going to just sort of layer this all up. All right, so I'm going to put this on with, let's go ahead and put this right onto the card. There we go. So put a glue dot on there. Just going to go up there. So see, we're getting it kind of layering at this point. We're going to put this on, and it's going to be layered up here with the dimensional and then glue down here. What I'm trying to do is trying to keep it so that I've got certain layers on there. So we're going to put a glue dot here. Yeah, that'll layer that up a bit. And maybe one right there as well. And not a glue dot, a dimensional. The ribbon. This ribbon, like I say, you really have to cut it and you have to fray it because it's so pretty with the fine gold thread on it. Okay, this is just going to go like that. And we're going to glue this part down. And I meant to do that right. There we go. Careful that it doesn't ooze out. So see, like I say, this is what's happening with this card. All right, And then let's just put this thanks right down here. So I'll put some dimensionals on there, and I think I'll use some of these strips here. Just here. Oops, and maybe the little one right over here. And I've got some extras that I think what I could do is I could go ahead and put it on the inside. So this is just, whoops, going to go on here. Like I say, I have issues with this gold on there. So let's just put that right about like that. You know what? This isn't gluing down there, so I'm just going to come in and just put a bit of glue down here. There we go. Got this. And now, like I say, I'm really loving the fact that there's ovals on here, that's for sure. This designer series paper, we want to just kind of put this onto the gold. The one nice thing also about this distressed gold, thank you. Yes, this textured Chic designer series paper is so pretty that you want to be able to see both sides of the paper. So by doing that, like I say, this is going to be the tough part. There we go. Whoops. Okay, by using the distressed gold, I've got a bit of ink on that gold, but it's not going to dull my gold. If it's a gold foil, it tends to dull your gold. See, I've got glue on there. So what I could do is we could just put this up here. Here's some. Let's just put this right up like that. And then that can go in there. So at this point, you can say it's thanks. And you could do, it really means a lot, or whatever you want to do on there. Now, also these gold swirls from the fitting florets, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put them on here. Might be a little bit too much, but that's what's happening. I'm putting it on. Wow. They even go so pretty on this gold foil. I mean, this distressed gold. Oops, I don't want that right there. Just going to put that there. Let's take this and do it just about like. There. I'm going to do it just like that. Maybe I can bring this out a little bit more here. There we go. All right, so there's my card. Like I say, it's using designer series paper. This way you get to see both sides of the beautiful paper. Go in there. Like I said, a gift card holder would be a great idea to do as well. But just look at that. It's so pretty. Now, it would have been really nice in all the other colors as well that's with this designer series paper, but I haven't used this piece on here. So in any event, I hope you enjoyed that. You don't think it's too much. Well, that's great because it's on there now. But those are part of the fitting florets. So I just want to tell you that this is part of next month's Your Creativity Awaits, which is my monthly card class to go. It's going to be using the bundle, but it also has bonus projects if you buy the whole suite. And this suite is only available while quantities last. It starts on November the 1st. Beautiful, beautiful suite. It has the designer series paper, which is exclusive. It has this really neat Christmas stamp set. Whoops, I'm down again. I left that there. It's got this beautiful designer series paper. It's got those swirls, and this Christmas stamp set is only while quantities last. this bundle will be available in the new J to J mini catalog that comes out in January. So I hope you enjoyed that. And I also hope that I'll see you again tomorrow night at 4:30 Pacific time, where I do my weekly tutorial where you can download the techniques. It's a technique tutorial. So I hope that you'll be back for that. Don't forget, if you are on YouTube, to make sure that you subscribe, give me the thumbs up, share my video. That's the biggest form of compliment that you could give me. And also, if you live in Canada, I'd love to be your demonstrator if you don't have one that you're working with already. So have a great day, and we will talk to you soon. Bye for now.